Anyway, what I'm going to be watching is some content creator out there who's actually made a name for herself being infamous for writing a certain line, which is the very basis of other incidences in which there is political and personal messaging in it. Let's understand something. Japanese anime, okay? They get good dubs, but there are bad dubs. And there are the most disgusting dubs because, first off, why did anything about the patriarchy had to get involved with how you're actually dressing up? Why? Okay. Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. It's been around since 2017. I am just going to show you the actual photo. Alright? This is going to be... This is just going to blow you everyone's... This usually blows people's minds, okay? But some don't know... most don't know this is even happening. First off, because people actually like the Japanese language better. Because first, it is accurate. It is actually accurate, and at the same time, it respects the dignity of the work. That's how us anime weeps do it. That's actually common. That's actually a common practice. But for this to actually come out in the worst way possible for political and personal messaging to be involved in it, social messaging, you're kicking us into reality here. Us weebs, we don't like that. It definitely ruins our imagination here, and kind of turns off viewers too. I mean, it should not actually be a big deal, right? So, what's the big deal? First off, let's view it ourselves right here. This is the video. This is the actual thing. Okay. What's with that outfit? Everyone was always saying something to me, so I tried toning down the exposure. How is it? Well, Toru's first statement, nothing to actually say about that. It's okay. However, it's a little bit hard on the social messaging. She didn't need to entirely express it because first of all, everything that's been happening in Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, all of it is happening in Japan. So if you got social messaging to actually put out, it has to be Japanese in culture. You have to understand where they're coming from. The line that was actually in the dub at Funimation is, "Oh, those pesky patriarchal societal demands were getting on my nerves, so I changed clothes." Try toning down the exposure is different from changing clothes. Everyone was always saying something to you. You didn't need to actually put out the actual specific nature based on your personal views. Pesky patriarchal societal demands. I can understand that dragons have a mostly patriarchal society. I'm not sure about the history of it. Maybe I'm actually being confused by other myths, but this is not based on history. As a localizer, you have to be more than knowledgeable to actually say something that is a bit more complex than what people should think. This is not researched. This is your line. You wrote that line. You did not do prior research when it comes to culture about dragons. You probably did not even read the actual material. And this is where the core of where the problem actually lies, man. This is the core where it actually lies. Dragon Maid. I don't exactly read the manga. I don't exactly watch the anime. But as a localizer, it is your job to actually translate to accurate accurate context. Do not mislead people into thinking that's actually what the character said. Seriously. Common sense. Seems you don't have any common sense at all. You don't even give a shit. You know what's actually worse? When I actually watched your reply? Yeah, I'm talking to you, voice actress Jamie Marchi. I am talking to you. You have the gall to actually tell people that you do not care. That's nice. That's very nice. I really, really enjoy the actual take that you actually given, that you don't give a shit. Let's actually watch your reply. Let's see how much of a problematic thing you have become in the industry. You think the voice acting industry is so simple.
Recently, some followers of Asmongold have been criticizing me and demanding answers regarding a line I wrote in 2017 and the answer I gave to a question at a panel a year or two later. If you don't know who Asmongold is, he is a streamer with well over 2 million followers. Now, since Asmongold was gracious enough to respond to the criticism and the demands for answers he's been receiving regarding his involvement with soft giving and their controversy, I thought it's only fair that I respond to his followers in kind. Well, who gives a shit? Somebody makes an allegation against me and now somehow I have to respond to it? No, I don't have to say anything. Who gives a fuck? Thank you for your time.
She is such an entitled bitch. The most entitled person I've ever seen who has actually responded to those allegations. You know, let's be honest here. People have been calm about this, but people are outraged by how these irresponsible localizers are actually ignoring the criticisms. Who gives a shit? We fans do. Jamie, let's be clear about this. We know that you're actually doing your job. We know that you're actually doing your job as comfortably as possible. But where is the dignity of the work that you're trying to translate? Where is the dignity in that? You don't even give an effort to try. You don't even give an effort to try and actually make it accurate yourself years ago. You don't even want to actually address this directly. And you think the industry actually works for you on this? This isn't the industry actually allowing you to do this. This is you shaping up the industry the way it is, and they actually praise you for it. The stupid morons in the dubbing voice acting industry, really. It is the morons who do not see the context who are actually greenlighting this and allowing it to be published as part of the dubbed anime. This is the problem. Censorship, the way media is changing around social issues like this, social issues and messaging of different people here. You are changing the context of the work. Why can't you see that for yourself? I'm really disappointed in you, especially as one of the characters you've actually voiced, Charlotte Yeager, was one of my favorites in Strike Witches. I really very much feel disappointed right now that you actually voiced her, and to see you actually be entitled to ignore all forms of criticism. This is something you have to address. People are looking up to you because They think that you know the characters better. You should give proper context to the characters. And when you don't give proper context to the characters, you actually ignore people getting upset because they see the mistakes you're making. What does this kind of reply actually tell me? You are the most entitled bitch who I think should never deserve another role in the voice acting industry. Entitlement is not equals to doing your job. Get that straight into your head. Wear cement shoes, jump into the ocean, be bound and gagged while you're drowning, and never resurface, please. Okay, I'll be back right now. I'll just be right back. I really need to get ready. I'm gonna be grinding so much in Valorant. Nobody's even gonna notice I'm grinding because I want to sweat this out. And I'm gonna be thinking about you, Jamie. I am going to point my crosshair right at the opposing player and think that every head that I see is actually your face on it. That's exactly what I'm going to be doing later. That is exactly how I'm going to be playing this out. That's exactly how the stream is going to be. Okay? Jamie Marchi, you don't exist. You're an abomination. You're nothing to me. Do you think Charlotte Yeager is your baby? No. It's the baby of the creators, okay? The baby of Strike Witches, of the World Witches Project. So please, go fuck yourself.